Okay. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's Gonzalez if you're new. Once again, I am bringing you guys along to one of my studio shoots. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm going to be taking you guys through this whole process, the idea, the concept, the lighting. Last week, I posted on Instagram stories if you had any questions. So I am excited to answer those questions. Hopefully, you guys learn a thing or two as I also learn a thing or two in the studio. While you are watching, please subscribe and click the notification bell so you are notified every time I post a new video. And follow me on Instagram because most of these photos are probably gonna be up there sooner or later. So our first question for today is from Liam. Any studio photography tips for beginners like me? Haven't tried that yet. Actually, I haven't really done studio photography a lot. I shoot outside a lot more. I only got to shoot in the studio when my prof allowed us to shoot here. So I haven't really tried studio photography as much. But the thing that really helps me when I'm here is coffee. So the thing that really helps me when trying out studio photography before and even today, I feel like the best thing you need to do is really know what you want and research beforehand, because when you don't know what you're gonna do when you shoot or whatever comes to mind, it's gonna be a little hard for you, especially if you're just starting out. The last time I shot, I kind of didn't know what I wanted and it felt harder for me to take photos. That's why for this shoot I came prepared. I researched what I wanted and I feel confident that I'm gonna get the right photos today. Because when you're shooting outside, it's easy to get inspiration from a location when you walk around, and then when you look around, the lighting changes. So it's easy for you to find something to shoot. But when you're in the studio, you can't really move around. It's just a blank wall unless you bring your own props. That's why you have to be prepared. So I think that's one of the best tips so far that I have for people who are starting out and people who want to try studio photography for the first time. Okay, so the second question is from Elle and she asked for lighting tips. So again, I'm not really an expert here in studio photography and I am still trying to learn how to work the lights here. But if you have time to practice in the studio, I think that is one of the best ways to study lighting. You really have to take your time and shoot a lot. But if you don't have the time, I'm sorry, just kidding. But if you don't have the time to shoot in the studio and you have a certain budget for a certain amount of hours, how can you get the lighting that you want? Well, for me, the number one thing is, again, research. If you have a certain look that you want and maybe you saw it in a different photo, try to study that photo, try to see where the shadows are so you can know where the light is. Sometimes you can see the light in the eye of the subject. So sometimes I zoom in and just check where the light is in that person's eye. Also, if you don't have that much time to try out different lights, make sure to know what you want. Do you want a hard lighting or do you want soft lighting? And the rule, of course, of light is the bigger the light source, the softer the light is. So obviously soft boxes or octagons, all those big lights that you see, those obviously give a softer light. So always remember that if you want softer light, get a bigger light source. If you want harder light, make sure to not have a diffuser or try to get a light that isn't so big. Today, I am going to be doing some sort of flash lighting. I want really strong lighting for this photo shoot. I don't really know about studio lighting as much as natural sunlight because I am still practicing. I guess that's the number one tip when it comes to learning about light is you really have to practice because you can't really get it right on the first time, because I didn't get it right the first time. It's okay if you don't get what you want the first time because everyone goes through that. While we are waiting for the hair and makeup to finish, I set up the backdrop that I wanted, going all out today. So we have this soft box here for the bottom and then a hard light here. I learned this today. It's a standard reflector with a grid. Yay! I'm learning something new and so are you guys. It's gonna be so shiny. I'm so excited. For the third question, Arian, I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. What are your settings when in a studio setup? I'm using the Canon 70D. This is the camera I've used for a very long time. I'm using a 24 to 105 millimeter lens. And my settings really depend, but ISO 250, shutter speed 125, and aperture 8.0. In studio, the standard is aperture 8, but sometimes you can go to 5.6, I think. Another rule for studio photography is that you can't go over 200 in shutter speed. Why? I don't know, just kidding. Because the light has a certain speed, and if the shutter speed is faster than the light, then the light won't go inside the camera. That's the simplest way I think I can describe that thing. So yeah, that is my settings for today. My arm is getting tired. I think I will have to adjust ISO every now and then, depending on what's happening while I shoot. When you're in the studio, you need a fast aperture because you don't really need a blurry background, because we're not outside. That's like, again, the simplest way I can put it. They're almost done with hair and makeup. Very scared because this is actually a very important shoot. Okay, so we're finally gonna begin shooting, and this is Carla. Yeah! We're probably gonna do like 3-4 outfits, but very fast. Okay, let's do this. We're working with a lot of bright colors and solid colors. Haven't done a shoot like this, that is why we're doing that now. I'm so happy. Outfit number 3, kind of our last outfit. After this part, I'm gonna take out the backdrop. We're gonna try the white and see what happens. Come up with more photos. For watching. Carla, thank you so much for being my stylist and my model for today. I appreciate it so much.
Actually, it's my first time to shoot in the studio, and it's quite new and exciting. I like it.
Yay! And for those who sent their questions, I appreciate that, and I hope I answered it properly. Please subscribe and click the notification bell. Follow me on Instagram, and if you like this video, like it. But if you don't, share it, and maybe it'll help someone else. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!